Life often presents us with challenges that can make us feel lost, overwhelmed, or even abandoned. At times, it may seem like we're walking through difficult moments without a clear direction, unsure of where we are headed. Whether it's dealing with setbacks, personal loss, or facing an uncertain future, the feeling of being abandoned or overlooked can be a heavy burden. However, it's important to remember that this feeling is not the reality of our existence. In fact, every individual has a greater purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. Each person's journey, no matter how confusing or difficult it may seem, is ultimately leading them toward a deeper understanding of who they are and what they are meant to accomplish. The phrase "you are not abandoned, you are set apart for a greater purpose" holds deep significance. It serves as a reminder that our lives are not random or without direction. Even in the darkest moments, we are not forgotten or left to wander aimlessly. Instead, every challenge we face, every difficult experience, and every stage of struggle we go through is part of a greater plan. These moments are not obstacles meant to break us down, but rather stepping stones that guide us toward discovering our true purpose. Whether we realize it or not, each experience is shaping us for something bigger than we might ever expect. The purpose of this article is to explore how we can recognize our larger goal in life and understand that every experience, whether difficult or easy, has meaning in the grand scheme of our personal journey. It's about understanding that life's challenges are not there to defeat us, but to refine us and prepare us for the mission we are destined to fulfill. Often, we get caught up in the struggles of the moment, focusing on our hardships without seeing the larger picture. But by shifting our perspective, we can start to see the beauty in the journey and the value of every experience, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This article will analyze how we can begin to view our hardships as opportunities for growth, and how we can find purpose even in the most challenging times. It will provide insights into how to connect with that deeper sense of purpose, allowing us to embrace our role in the bigger picture. We will explore how trusting the process, no matter how difficult it may seem at times, will ultimately reveal the purpose for which we were created. In doing so, we will uncover the power of perseverance, faith, and understanding that every step, whether forward or backward, is part of the path toward fulfilling our true potential. Through this analysis, readers will hopefully gain a sense of clarity and inspiration, knowing that they are not alone in their struggles and that their lives are part of something much bigger and meaningful. Loneliness is a deeply human experience that many of us face at some point in our lives. It is the emotional and mental state of feeling isolated or disconnected from others, often accompanied by a sense of being unimportant or invisible. This feeling is not simply about being physically alone, but rather about feeling emotionally distant from the people around us, even if we are surrounded by others. For many, loneliness becomes most acute during times of hardship, failure, or personal challenges. When we are faced with situations that seem insurmountable, the sensation of being abandoned can arise during these difficult moments, where we feel as though we are left to face our struggles without the support or understanding of others. It's a common experience that occurs when we are going through personal difficulties and feel that no one truly understands what we are going through. This emotional isolation can be exacerbated by the belief that others are too busy with their own lives to offer help, or that they simply don't care enough to notice our pain. As a result, we often feel as though we have been abandoned, left alone in our moments of need. This feeling can manifest in many forms. It might appear as a sudden, overwhelming sense of emptiness, or it may be more subtle, creeping in gradually as we go through life. We may feel abandoned by friends, family, or even by society at large when we go through challenging periods. The lack of support during these moments can make us question our worth and wonder if we are truly seen by the people around us. In these instances, loneliness doesn't just stem from physical isolation. It stems from emotional neglect or the perception that no one is there to help us carry our burdens. At the core of this feeling is a deep yearning for connection, understanding, and validation. We seek assurance that we are not alone in our struggles, that our pain is acknowledged, and that we are not being overlooked or discarded by those who matter most. This desire for connection is fundamental to our sense of belonging, and when we feel that connection is missing, loneliness can begin to feel like an all-encompassing void. When we face difficult moments in life, such as personal failures, setbacks, or emotional crises, it can be easy to feel like we are unnoticed by others. This feeling intensifies when those closest to us seem indifferent to our struggles, or when we are left to deal with challenges on our own. In these instances, the feeling of abandonment is directly linked to the perception that we are unsupported and unseen. For instance, when we experience failure, whether it's a career setback, a relationship breakdown, or a personal disappointment, we often look to those around us for validation, sympathy, or help. We hope that our friends, family, or loved ones will acknowledge our pain and offer support, guidance, or comfort. However, if that support is absent, we are left to process our emotions alone, which can lead to the belief that we have been abandoned or neglected by those who should care for us. Moreover, societal pressures can amplify this feeling of being abandoned. We live in a culture that often values success, achievement, and outward appearances. People are expected to have their lives together, to look strong and confident in the face of challenges. When we don't meet these societal standards, we may feel like we are failing in the eyes of others. In this context, we may feel that we have been left behind or forgotten, as though our struggles are not worthy of attention or compassion. The idea that we must keep up with others, whether in terms of career, personal life, or social status, can make us feel as though we are alone in our failures, intensifying the sense of abandonment. Additionally, there may be times when we feel unnoticed, simply because we don't ask for help or express our need for support. This is often the case when we adopt the belief that we should be self-sufficient or that asking for help is a sign of weakness. We may convince ourselves that we must face our problems alone and that others will see us as burdens if we reach out. This mindset can prevent us from seeking help, and, as a result, we may feel even more isolated and abandoned as our struggles continue unchecked. The feelings of abandonment and loneliness that arise during tough moments can be attributed to a combination of psychological and societal factors. These factors can influence how we perceive our struggles and whether or not we feel supported by the world around us. In this section, we will explore some of the key reasons why we experience these emotions. Psychological factors. One psychological factor that contributes to feelings of abandonment is the tendency to ruminate on negative thoughts. When we are going through difficult experiences, our minds often focus on the negative aspects of our situation. This can create a distorted perception of reality, making us feel as though we are completely alone in our struggles. Negative self-talk, such as thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "no one cares about me," can reinforce feelings of isolation and abandonment. The more we focus on these negative beliefs, the more real they seem, even though they may not accurately reflect our situation. Another psychological factor that plays a role in feelings of abandonment is the fear of rejection. Many people fear being judged or rejected by others, especially during vulnerable moments. When we are facing challenges or failures, we may fear that others will see us as weak or unworthy of their time and attention. This fear can cause us to withdraw from others, making us feel even more isolated. Paradoxically, the fear of rejection can lead to behaviors that push others away, further intensifying the feeling of abandonment. Finally, past experiences of rejection or abandonment can also shape our current emotional responses. If we have experienced significant emotional neglect or abandonment in the past, we may be more prone to feeling abandoned in the present. These past experiences can create emotional scars that affect how we perceive our current relationships and interactions, leading us to feel unsupported even when others may be trying to help. Societal factors. Society also plays a significant role in shaping our feelings of abandonment. In a world that often prioritizes individual success and independence, there is little room for vulnerability or failure. People who are going through difficult times may feel pressure to get over it and move on quickly, without acknowledging the emotional toll that their struggles may have taken. This societal expectation can create a sense of isolation, as individuals may feel that they are not allowed to express their pain or ask for help. Additionally, social media has exacerbated these feelings of loneliness and abandonment. On platforms where people often present curated, idealized versions of their lives, it's easy to feel like we are the only ones who are struggling. We may see others celebrating their successes and wonder why we are not experiencing the same level of happiness or achievement. This can reinforce the belief that we are falling behind and that no one else is facing the challenges we are going through. Finally, cultural norms and societal expectations about success, independence, and self-reliance can make it harder for people to express their need for support. The emphasis on individualism and personal achievement can lead to the belief that asking for help is a weakness, further isolating those who are struggling. When society encourages the idea that you should have it all together, it can be difficult to admit when we feel lost or abandoned, leaving us to suffer in silence. Life, by its very nature, is a journey. It's a journey filled with both triumphs and challenges, each of which contributes to a greater purpose that may not always be immediately visible. While we often focus on the difficulties we face, it's important to remember that every challenge, no matter how big or small, is part of the process of uncovering our larger mission in life. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to view challenges as obstacles or setbacks that prevent us from achieving our goals. However, in truth, these challenges are the very experiences that shape us, teaching us valuable lessons and guiding us toward our true calling. Every hardship, whether it's a personal failure, a career setback, or a moment of self-doubt, holds the potential to guide us to something greater. These moments are not random. They are intentional, part of a divine design, or at the very least, a natural part of the human experience that pushes us to grow and evolve. In moments of difficulty, we might ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? Or what have I done to deserve this? It's easy to feel that we've been singled out or unfairly burdened. But rather than seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance, we must shift our perspective and understand that difficult experiences are opportunities to learn, grow, and refine ourselves. Every challenge is a test that, when faced with perseverance, will reveal deeper aspects of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. These experiences are like puzzle pieces, each adding depth to our character, and each one bringing us closer to understanding the unique mission we are meant to fulfill. When we begin to accept that life's challenges are not meant to break us, but rather to build us, we start to see them as stepping stones on the path toward fulfilling our larger purpose. The key is to approach each difficulty with an open mind, knowing that it is part of the preparation for something greater in the future. The hardships you face today are not punishment. They are part of a grand design that will ultimately bring clarity and insight into who you are meant to become. So, why are we faced with such challenges? Why is it that some of us encounter more difficult experiences than others? At first glance, it may seem unfair, even cruel, but there is a deeper, more profound reason behind the challenges we face in life. They help us build the strength, resilience, and wisdom necessary to embrace the opportunities and responsibilities that lie ahead. Every challenge we face teaches us something crucial about ourselves. It pushes us to confront our fears, overcome our doubts, and stretch the boundaries of our abilities. This process of self-discovery is the foundation of spiritual growth, as it forces us to look inward and reflect on who we truly are. In times of hardship, we often find that we are capable of more than we thought, and it is through these trials that we develop the inner resources to handle even greater challenges in the future. Consider the metaphor of a muscle. In order for muscles to grow stronger, they must be stressed and stretched beyond their normal limits. The same is true for the human spirit and mind. Difficulties push us beyond our comfort zones, allowing us to discover what we are made of and who we can become. Without these experiences, we would not develop the strength or resilience required to fulfill our larger purpose. Another key reason for challenges is that they prepare us for larger opportunities that we might not be ready for if we haven't faced adversity. Think of it this way: the experiences we go through act as a form of training. Whether we are navigating personal struggles or working through obstacles in our careers or relationships, each challenge serves to prepare us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the tasks that lie ahead. Without the lessons we learn during these tough times, we might not have the skills or wisdom needed to take advantage of the opportunities that will eventually come our way. From a spiritual perspective, hardships also promote growth. Many spiritual traditions emphasize that suffering is part of the human experience that ultimately brings us closer to a higher purpose. This perspective suggests that we are not abandoned or forgotten during difficult times. Rather, we are being prepared spiritually for the greater things that are destined for us. In the end, these experiences are not simply about enduring hardship, but about learning to grow and find strength through it. Through challenges, we can also develop greater empathy and compassion for others who may be facing their own struggles. Having experienced hardship ourselves, we become more attuned to the pain and suffering of others, which, in turn, helps us fulfill our larger mission by helping others through their own trials. Thus, every challenge faced can be seen not just as a personal test, but as part of a larger, interconnected web of human experience that contributes to our greater purpose. Throughout history, there are countless examples of individuals who have faced significant challenges only to overcome them and discover their larger purpose. These stories of perseverance, resilience, and triumph can serve as inspiration to all of us as we face our own challenges. One of the most well-known examples is Oprah Winfrey, whose difficult upbringing shaped her into the person she is today. Born into poverty, Oprah faced many hardships, including being sexually abused as a child, growing up in a broken home, and facing racial discrimination. However, these experiences didn't break her. Instead, they drove her to become one of the most successful media moguls in the world. Oprah's ability to relate to others, her empathy, and her passion for helping people all stem from the struggles she faced as a young girl. Her life is a perfect example of how personal challenges can lead to the discovery of a larger purpose. In Oprah's case, helping others through her platform, sharing their stories, and inspiring millions worldwide. A more personal example could be that of someone overcoming illness. Many people who face serious illnesses, such as cancer or chronic conditions, find that their experiences with suffering transform their outlook on life. They may go on to become advocates for others facing similar challenges, using their personal story to inspire hope in others. These individuals often find a greater purpose through their struggles, discovering that their mission is not only to survive but to help others through their own healing journeys. These examples, both personal and public, demonstrate that life's challenges are never meaningless. Rather, they are part of a larger story in which we, too, play a crucial role. Each of these individuals faced significant hardships, yet those very hardships became the foundation upon which they built their legacies. Their stories remind us that no challenge is ever wasted, and that each one is an essential part of our journey to uncover our larger purpose. When we face challenges in life, it's essential to understand that they are not obstacles meant to break us, but rather opportunities for growth and discovery. These experiences help us develop the strength, resilience, and wisdom necessary to fulfill our larger mission in life. Whether we face personal failure, professional setbacks, or emotional struggles, every challenge is a piece of the puzzle that contributes to a bigger picture. And while the road may be difficult, it is through these challenges that we ultimately find our true calling and purpose. Just like the examples of Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, and many others, the challenges we face are not signs of abandonment, but rather preparations for something greater. The key is to embrace the journey and trust that, in time, we will see the purpose in every challenge. Life is a journey, and along that journey, We are all searching for meaning, the deeper understanding of why we are here and what we are meant to do. Discovering your larger purpose in life is one of the most profound and fulfilling experiences you can have. It's the process of uncovering your true calling, understanding your place in the world, and finding a way to contribute to something greater than yourself. However, this discovery is rarely instant, and it often requires a journey of self-reflection, introspection, and patience. The first step in identifying your life's purpose is self-discovery. This involves taking time to look inward and understand your passions, values, and skills. What excites you? What activities make you feel fulfilled? What do you feel compelled to do? Often, our purpose is linked to those things that bring us joy or a sense of satisfaction. But identifying your purpose goes beyond just feeling good about something. It's about understanding how your unique skills and passions can serve others or make a positive impact in the world. One way to begin this process of self-discovery is to listen to your inner voice, the quiet whisper that guides your actions and decisions. Your inner voice is the part of you that is aligned with your higher self, the part that knows what is truly meaningful to you. Often, we become so distracted by external expectations or societal pressures that we ignore this voice, but it is always there, patiently waiting for us to tune in. When you take the time to listen and reflect, you will find that your true purpose has been there all along, just waiting to be acknowledged. In addition to self-reflection, it's essential to gain a deeper understanding of your mission in the world. This requires asking yourself deeper questions about what you want to contribute to society, what legacy you wish to leave behind, and what impact you hope to make. Your purpose is not just about what you do for yourself, but how you use your gifts to serve others. Whether it's through your work, relationships, or personal growth, your mission will involve making the world a better place in some way. It's important to remember that discovering your purpose is a process, not an event. It may not be immediately obvious, and it may require years of exploration and learning. In fact, your purpose may evolve over time, shifting and growing as you gain more experience and insight into who you are. Patience is essential during this time. Understand that your purpose will unfold gradually, and there will be moments when you feel unsure of your path. During these times, it's crucial to maintain faith in the process and trust that, eventually, the pieces will fall into place. Many people feel pressure to discover their purpose early in life or to have it all figured out, but this is often unrealistic. Some people may find their purpose in their youth, while others may uncover it later in life. The key is to stay open to possibilities and continue seeking the path that feels true to you. Faith in the process means trusting that life's experiences, both the highs and the lows, are part of the larger plan to help you discover what you're meant to do. Once you have an understanding of your larger purpose, the next step is preparation. Fulfilling your purpose requires time, growth, and development. You will not be able to step into your true calling without preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for what lies ahead. This process often involves learning from failures, challenges, and real-life experiences that may initially seem difficult or discouraging. Every setback you experience, every failure you face, and every obstacle you overcome is a part of the preparation process. These challenges help you build the strength and resilience necessary to fulfill your mission. Without these experiences, you would not develop the wisdom and skills needed to handle the responsibility that comes with your purpose. It's through struggle and adversity that you learn the most about yourself and about what you are capable of achieving. In addition, life's challenges help you refine your character. They reveal to you the parts of yourself that need to grow and evolve in order for you to step fully into your role. For example, you might discover a deeper sense of compassion after going through a difficult experience, or you may learn how to be more patient and persistent when things don't go as planned. Every challenge, no matter how small or large, is an opportunity to improve and prepare for your larger mission. One of the most important aspects of preparing for your greater purpose is developing the qualities necessary to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you stay focused and motivated as you move forward on your journey. To accomplish your larger goal, there are several key qualities you must develop. The first and most important quality is perseverance. Without perseverance, you will not be able to push through the inevitable obstacles that will arise on your path. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and setbacks, but perseverance will keep you moving forward, even when things seem impossible. The ability to keep going despite challenges is what separates those who achieve their purpose from those who give up too soon. The second important quality is self-confidence. Believing in yourself and your ability to fulfill your mission is crucial for success. Self-confidence gives you the courage to take risks, make decisions, and step into the unknown. When you have confidence in your abilities, you trust that you have the skills and knowledge necessary to overcome any challenge that comes your way. Another important quality is adaptability. Life is full of surprises, and things don't always go according to plan. To fulfill your purpose, you must be flexible and open to change. You may have to pivot in unexpected ways or make adjustments to your approach as circumstances evolve. Adaptability allows you to stay resilient and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as expected. Finally, one of the most powerful qualities you can develop on your journey toward fulfilling your purpose is the ability to rise from difficulties. Every failure, every setback, and every difficult moment you face is a necessary step in the process of achieving your larger goal. It's easy to feel defeated by failure, but it's important to recognize that failure is not the end. It's simply part of the learning curve. When you fail, you don't just give up, you learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Every time you rise after a failure, you become stronger, wiser, and better equipped for the next challenge. Trusting your mission means believing that each experience, no matter how painful or difficult, is preparing you for something greater. The road to your larger purpose may not be easy, but the lessons you learn along the way will make you more capable of fulfilling your mission. In moments of difficulty, it's important to remind yourself that you are not abandoned, and that every struggle is part of the preparation for a brighter, more meaningful future. The path may not always be clear, but if you continue to persevere, maintain faith in yourself, and trust that every experience is part of your growth, you will eventually step into your larger purpose and find the fulfillment that comes with living a life aligned with your true mission. The journey to discovering your larger purpose is one that requires self-discovery, patience, preparation, and perseverance. By listening to your inner voice and gaining a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are meant to contribute, you can begin to align yourself with your greater mission. The challenges and failures you face along the way are not setbacks but essential parts of the preparation process that will help you grow and evolve. Through perseverance, self-confidence, and adaptability, you can rise from difficulties and move closer to fulfilling your true calling. Trust in the process and remember that your purpose is unfolding. Each step, each challenge, is part of the greater story that is yours to live. To conclude, it's essential to reaffirm the central message. You are not abandoned. Even though it may feel like you are navigating life's challenges alone, the truth is that these challenges are not random or meaningless. They are part of a larger process, one that is preparing you for a greater purpose. Every difficult moment you encounter, every obstacle you overcome, and every setback you face is a stepping stone, leading you closer to the person you are meant to become and the mission you are meant to fulfill. Life's trials are not designed to defeat you, but rather to refine you, to teach you, and to equip you with the strength, wisdom, and resilience necessary to rise to the occasion. You are not alone in your struggles, and they are far from a sign of abandonment. Instead, they are part of your unique journey, guiding you toward a larger, more meaningful purpose. It's important to remember that every person has a greater mission, even if it is not immediately clear. You are here for a reason. And even though there will be times when you feel isolated or discouraged, trust that these moments of difficulty are leading you towards something much larger than you can currently imagine. Perseverance is key. Despite the feelings of loneliness or doubt, keep moving forward with faith that your purpose is unfolding with each step you take. You are being shaped and prepared for something greater, something that will bring fulfillment, meaning, and joy to your life and to others. Don't give up now, because the journey you are on is guiding you toward a powerful and important mission. Even when it feels hard, know that you are on the right path. Every challenge is part of preparing you for the life you are meant to live. If this message resonates with you and has inspired you in any way, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be part of a community that encourages growth, faith, and perseverance, all while discovering the deeper purpose that lies within each of us. Share this message with others who may need a reminder that they are not alone and that their challenges are leading them to a greater purpose. Lastly, always remember to trust your journey. Life is not about rushing to the finish line. It's about embracing the process, trusting that each experience is a part of preparing you for something even better than you can imagine. Your larger goal is coming closer, even if you can't see it right now. Have faith in the path you're walking, and know that with patience, perseverance, and belief in yourself, you will find the purpose you are destined for.